Can we call Tengrism, Shinto, and Zoroastrianism non-Bharatiya dharmic culture? Look, the origins are not dharmic, but these religions, these cultures have significant polytheistic traits that are very similar to dharmic culture. So Tengrism has a pantheon of gods and goddesses. There is the sky father, Tengri. There is the earth mother, Umay, and there is a whole pantheon of other gods and goddesses. There are elements of nature worship, spirit worship, forest worship, the spirits of the forest, ancestor worship, and so much more. So it's very polytheistic, and from that perspective, you can consider it to be very similar to dharmic culture. Shinto, very similar. Uh, we have in Shinto, you have kami, which are spirits, various kinds of kami, your ancestors, spirits of the forest, same kind of thing, and so on. So once again, it's very polytheistic. That's why Shinto syncretized so naturally with both the Dharma and Hinduism, which came in from India. And then you had a very distinctive syncretic Japanese culture, which was mainly Shinto and the Dharmic elements, Hinduism, Buddhism. Every single Hindu god and goddess is represented in Shinto today, in Japan today. But it's not exactly Dharmic culture. It is distinctively Japanese. So it is, I would not call it non-Bharatiya Dharmic culture. I would say that it's almost 100% compatible with Dharmic culture, but it is definitely non-Bharatiya. Is it Dharmic? Well, Dharmic is what originates in India. So not Dharmic from that perspective, but 100% Dharmic compatible. Zoroastrianism, Zarathustra, he was born somewhere in Gandhar. Maybe Herat, maybe Balkh, somewhere there, or maybe northeastern Iran, Persia. And he inverted Hindu Dharma. He inverted the Dharmic faith, the Dharmic pantheon of gods. So he turned the Asuras. See, in the Vedic perspective, there are the Devas and the Asuras, right? The Devas are kind of the good guys, the Asuras is kind of the naughty guys. Not exactly demons or evil, but kind of slightly negative perception of the Asuras and more positive perception of the Devas overall, right? The Danavas were Asuras, right? Danavas were rather naughty people. They did naughty stuff. And they were expelled out of India. They ended up in Ireland. Anyhow, so in the Vedic perception, the Asuras are the slightly bad guys, the Devas are the slightly good guys. Zarathustra inverted that. He turned the Devas into the bad guys and the Asuras into the good guys. So that is not very dharmic. That is kind of adharmic to do that. He inverted the morality, the moral perception. You could regard it as a rebellion against Hinduism, whatever, but it remained very much a polytheistic religion. And yeah, so I would not call it dharmic, Zoroastrianism. Definitely not dharmic, but it had many, or if not most, of the dharmic elements in a slightly inverted fashion. All right.